I'm here to show you a video on MediCupping with the facelift and drainage. And my client here is gonna hold the video camera for me and I will kind of talk you through it. This is Cindy and she will be holding the video. So first we do some opening up of the lymph nodes. So you want to drain everything down. So we just open up the lymph nodes, make a passageway for them to come down, because you're going to pull all that puffiness, all that stagnation, you're going to bring all of that down into these lymph nodes. And then she's going to drink a ton of water, and she's going to get all that water flowing through those lymph nodes, and she will rid it through urination. Some clients end up feeling sick afterwards, and that's usually because they haven't drank enough water. You're pulling so many toxins out, you definitely want to drink up. Also, after doing a treatment, all the blood flow's going to the head, and you tend to feel a little lightheaded. So make sure you're there to assist your client, or if you're the one getting the treatment, make sure you get up slow. So this right here, you want to do a pump and release, suck and release on the neck, because there are way too many blood vessels and things in there. You don't want to be dragging down the neck. So it's just a nice little suction. Still going to be effective, get rid of those fine lines and wrinkles on the neck. So I have already done this process. You just continue on and you make 3 pathways. So I do one down the front, the side, and then the back, and then you end there. Now we're going to create a suction. We're going to lift that chin up so you're pulling and gliding all at the same time. Get a little suction, pull, lift, and glide. And then you're going to bring that down to your lymph nodes. Same thing on the chin, a little suction and pull, lift, and glide. Lift and glide. And then back down to the lymph nodes. And then same thing on the cheeks. Lifting, always lifting up. You can add a little twist in there sometimes if there's some stagnation. Now she's getting this nice rosy color on her cheeks. That's fine. You just want to make sure that you don't get these dark, splotchy look. She's starting to get a little bit there, so we'll probably turn it down. But since I'm going to her forehead, she needs a higher section there. So we hook on and glide on down. And if you break off, you just pick up where you left off, no big deal. And bring it all the way down. And now we're going to do some fine line and detailing work. So I get just my single hose, and we're going to pump those lips. Yes, Kylie Jenner. We want the big lips. This is going to help with the circulation. It's going to bring all the blood flow to the surface. It rebuilds collagen and elastin and just brings the blood flow. So you just, start to look good. You get a nice little color going. And then do that a couple more times. Then you get your small, little tiny cup. And I just do the fine detailing around the lips. And everything I do in 3s. 3 is the magic number. Now this is using a machine which is called MediCupping. If you do cupping with just the regular cups, there are so many different types. In this, we're using the machine. You have your cups like this that you squeeze to suck. And then you also have your cups like these that you use with your gun. And then these also go on the machine. But those are all not for the face. We're using these small little micro cup. So it does the fine detailing work. Now we're gonna go underneath her eye and she's gonna look up at me. That way we avoid getting the eyelashes in there. And it's just a nice suck and release. And sometimes under the eyes I go more than 3 times. Just depends on the results that you see and like. You also, because they're laying down, you don't see it, but you also want to get this line down here. So you do kind of a second line under the eye. And then I would do that 3 times. Now she can look down, and we're gonna lift the brow, always starting from the inside out. So we're lifting the brow line, doing that 3 times as well. And then you always want to detail these fine lines on the outskirt of the eye. And anywhere you see fit. She likes to raise her eyebrows, go ahead and relax them. And so she creates these lines. So we're gonna do some detailing work here on those fine lines that she's created from lifting the brow herself. And then you're gonna glide down these lines. These are big, I hate these lines. Everybody says it. And they're created by smiling, so everybody has them. So you're just lifting and gliding down. Same thing, you can do it over the chin line, lifting and gliding, and you just do it a couple more times. I'm just showing a quick, brief. You also have these 11s, I call them. People like those to go away, so work those out. And then this is great for the sinuses. You come in and pull and open. And I always do that 3 times as well. On both sides now, you never want to leave somebody lopsided. Now I'm putting on a little larger cup and we're going to suck this brow line and do this work that she's always doing for herself. We are going to create that look for her. And I always do a little twisting when you're pulling the eyebrow. It helps it to stay engaged when you twist. And it just really pulls those brows up. Any of that sagging lid gets pulled up as well. And then as we finish, I always start at the forehead, draining down. All the way down. And your drainage spot's going to be right underneath the collarbone. So that's always a good place to find it. And all the way down again. And you can finish with any kind of topical. I create my own. I use a CBD oil with a mixed blends of different doTERRA oils. So it's just a matter of what you like, what you think works best. Any kind of lotions will work too. And you always want to make sure that you are putting a nice layer of oil on the face before you start the process so the cups will glide. And then I like to do a nice massage at the end. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of her face. Thanks for tuning in.